Hey everyone, Austin here from Prostrap, and in this video today we're going to talk about the hip and the shoulder position in relation to the forehand. Let's take a look.
Today we're going to change it up and use the Prostrap on a 3-0 or beginner level player. This is Tyler and we're going to fix his forehand.
One of the biggest problems that recreational players have when they hit their ball is that the hitting shoulder stays behind them when they swing. They dominate the swing with their hand and the body stays back. When that happens, you just cannot transfer your weight forward through the shot nearly as much as you could if the shoulder is in front when striking the ball.
Looking at Tyler's forehand, the main issue we're going to focus on today is his shoulder position, which stays behind him at impact.
Not only that, but when the shoulder stays back, it's going to create much more of a pushing motion as opposed to a wave motion that you're going to want to create both power and topspin.
Here we see that when he goes to strike his ball, his arm stays tucked in and really close to his body, which causes that hitting shoulder to stay behind the ball, therefore causing his arm to kind of pinch together as he hits the shot. Notice how he stays very sideways throughout the whole swing. Because of the shoulder staying back like this, we're going to see his swing push through the shot in a very straight line, causing him to muscle the ball and not generate any topspin. Making perhaps the most unfair comparison in the universe, we're going to compare this to Nadal's forehand. Here we see that he's got a lot of space between his elbow and his body, which allows his shoulders and chest to open up towards the court more. Next, we see how that elbow distance allows Nadal to lead with his hitting shoulder when striking the ball, giving us that wave motion with the swing, which gives him maximum whip for generating both power and spin.
Now, you may have heard coaches in the past say, you want to have your elbow tucked in and you want to pretend that there's a ball in between your arm and your body and that you're hitting through like that. That's totally wrong. Don't listen to that. That's old school.
Then we'd all watch football, which in those days was called baseball.
New school is getting the arm away and getting a nice wave out with the shoulder way in front out here.
And to prove it, let's take a look at the hitting shoulder with some pro forehands. Again, we have Rafa, and from this angle, we see how far in front his hitting shoulder is. Next, we've got Roger, and boom, check out that shoulder. And to show that this is carrying on to the next generation, we've got Alcaraz, and boom, again, shoulder way out in front. Finally, let's look at Novak. His shoulder position is more common amongst players. He's more squared off to the ball, but his shoulder is still slightly leading the swing. This is from the other players having a straighter arm on their forehands, and Novak having a slightly more bent arm on his.
By the way, we'd really appreciate it if you'd help us grow, so please give us a like and subscribe to help us grow the channel. Now, how the Prostrap is going to help you get your hitting shoulder into the right position is by the stretch of the cord. When you go to hit the ball by keeping the cord stretched, not only are you getting the elbow position in the right spot, but to do it correctly, I have to keep that cord stretched through the entire swing. In doing so, I'm going to initiate not only my hips, but my shoulders as well, therefore squaring off to the ball much more than previously.
Now let's take a look at Tyler with the Prostrap. Here we see that he's now got a lot more space with his elbow away from his body, and because of that, his hitting shoulder winds up way more out in front. Also notice how at the end of the swing, he's able to get his elbow much higher, allowing for him to generate topspin in a way that he couldn't before.
And again, having your shoulder in that position, it's going to help you not only hit more power, but more spin by being able to wave around the ball instead of just pushing through.
Looking at the forehand side by side with Roger, you'll see how the Prostrap gives Tyler a similar distance away from the ball, allowing the arm to straighten out more. Again, this allows you to get that hitting shoulder further in front, allowing for both more power and more spin when striking the ball.
Pro tennis players always have their hitting shoulder out in front. You can go on YouTube and you can look at any channel, any slow-mo video of any top 10 player. You're always going to see the hitting shoulder square to the ball, if not all the way out in front here. And you're never going to see the hitting shoulder behind the player as they strike their forehand.
Looking at the forehand side by side with the use of the Prostrap, we can really see how dramatically this space allows the body to get into the right position when hitting the ball. Now let's look at the forehand after using the Prostrap. Here we see that he's maintained the space and also maintained that optimal hitting shoulder position. Finally, looking at the before and after, the results are pretty awesome. Again, check out the difference with the shoulder position. After struggling to create topspin for years, we got him to do it comfortably in one session.
After watching the before and after, again, to fix this kind of a problem on this level of a player, this can take months, if not years to do. We fixed that in about 30 minutes, and with regular training with the Prostrap, you can change your stroke in weeks. Let us know in the comments if there's any other subjects you want us to cover with the Prostrap. Thanks for watching.